Hi YouTube, Make Mine Marvel. I'm going to be doing a review of the Wolverine vs. Sabretooth diorama from Sideshow. This was requested by a fellow YouTube subscriber, and I wanted to get this done so they could take a look at it if they were interested in purchasing one. Now this is the exclusive. There was 300 made, and it comes with a switch out head for Wolverine in unmasked portrait. And I'll show you that later on in the review. This was done by Gore Group. It is fully sculpted. It's the characters are about a 1/6 scale, which is typical for most of Sideshow's dioramas. They also made some in like 1/8 scale, like the X-Force and the Fantastic Four, and then they did obviously dioramas in 1/5 scale, like Conan the Prize and Thanos and Mistress Death. Okay, so this being one of the earlier, I'm not positive, and I hope somebody can let me know through the comments, but I believe this was Sideshow's first diorama. I'm not completely positive, but if somebody could let me know if that's true or not through the comments, I'd appreciate that. That being said, this has all the makings of the old school Sideshow stuff. It's solid, it's heavy, it's really well done, perfectly sculpted. Gore Group did an excellent job. You know, it's pitched right in the heart of battle. You can see all the blood or the scars and cuts between Sabretooth and Wolverine. And it's a real nice representation of both characters. This is actually my favorite representation of Sabretooth. I wish they did the premium format more like this. And I hope that the new brown premium format Wolverine that's coming out is going to look, you know, similar to the way they did this. Now let me get into some of the detail for you. One of the only real fault with this statue, and it's not really a fault, it's just the way it was made. And I think almost every single one has this. Let's see if I can get that in focus, but it's a gap between. There you go. Gap between the forearm or in the forearm of Wolverine, and this is where obviously the two casted pieces are met and glued together. This statue is one piece. You know, for Sabretooth and Wolverine, they're one piece, and then Sabretooth fits into the base, which is another piece. He doesn't have any feet. Both of his ankles are pegs. It just fit right into the snow. Other than that, that little gap in the forearm, the statue's executed flawlessly. Starting with the base, you guys can see the detail in the snow. It's a dirty snow. It's not pure white. It's got a ton of mud and dirt on it, along with the rocks and the tree root. The tree itself, done perfectly. Now, one thing here that could have been done a little better, if this is the bottom of Sabretooth's foot, you know, like his toes are in the snow, and this is the heel of his foot, you know, they probably should have made some kind of, I know in the comics he doesn't really have any, you know, shoes or anything, but he does have some kind of sole or something to go on the bottom of his foot. So some kind of tread or something, like a boot bottom or something, would have looked a little bit better there. All right, moving up to Sabretooth himself. The hands with the claws. Here we go. See how nicely done they are there. All the paint. So all these lines where it changes from the tan to the light brown, there's actually like a sculpted line in between all of this, and then it's just painted in. So the paint lines are perfect. None of the paint runs out in between the sculpt or anything like that. You can see all the cut lines. If I get the shadow out of the way for you. All the cut lines are perfectly done. There's a little bit of red and blood in there. They could add a little bit more blood, but I think it's nicely done, especially that. You can see it's torn right through his skin, right into the muscles of his chest. And then the face. Can't forget that. It's a great expression of Sabretooth, that snarl with the teeth, the tongue. It's all done very well. Alright. And same thing with Wolverine. I mean, this is, you know, for a 1/6 scale, and for them to do that kind of detail on the bottom of his shoes is insane. You know, the snow covering the boots, it's great. I wish they did something, you know, that kind of boot bottom on the bottom of Sabretooth's foot there. All the hair on Wolverine's arm, it's all sculpted in and painted over. So sorry about that. Let me get from another angle, not in the light. Here we go. So you can see where it's. Alright, let me take his head off so you can get you the. Now they got, you know, the exaggerated ears on Wolverine's costume. You know, it looks alright. It looks pretty good. So I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's definitely not bad. And then his face portrait there. Really nicely done. Get that kind of snarl, the whited out eyes. They got the stubble in the chin too. Did a perfect job with this. And let me show you the, let me pause it and show you the exclusive head. Alright, and there's the exclusive head, the unmasked portrait. The hair, I really like this. This is how I display him, how I have him displayed with the unmasked head on. It's for 1/6 scale, I mean, it's one of the best Wolverine faces head sculpts on the market, including 1/4 scale statues. So again, I'll take this off so you guys can get a look at it better. Come on now. Here we go. Give him the blue eyes. Paint that in, the stubble on the chin, the hair's done perfect. I mean, it is the perfect Wolverine face. If they could do this for a 1/4 scale, it'd be awesome. Only thing I wish they did is, since he's unmasked here with this one, I wish they added like the cowl on the back of his uniform, you know, as he's taken, since he does not wearing the mask. If it was, you know, folded over on the back of him, that'd have been nice to have that done. Now the regular edition of this statue doesn't have the ability to take off the regular head. The regular head is just fully sculpted to the entire statue. So the exclusive has the ability to, you know, switch out the heads. Alright, I hope this review was informative and helped you make your decision on your purchase. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care.